Well, hello and welcome everyone. This is Jackie Geisinger, Business Development Coach for the Amber region, the best region in Jaffa, USA. We are so excited to have our kickoff to our regional celebration this month of October, which is going to be all about Rocktober, kicking off the best season of the year. You know, I love fall behind me, but this is about the holiday season. So we brought you a special holiday edition guest tonight. Just to give you a very fast intro so she gets all the minutes to share with you tonight, I want to share with you why I have Belinda here. First and foremost, number one, if I go back over about 20 some years ago, I actually was a district director out in the field and actually hired Belinda to come in and train my team because I heard her at a Jaffa conference and said, OMG, she wowed me. She changed my entire career. That is not saying it lightly. I mean it. She taught me systems. I coach half of you out there and you all know I'm super systematic. And this is the one responsible for my cray-cray on systems. I am forever grateful. I loved her theme parties. I love all her tips. I still go on her Tuesday night trainings. If not live, I'm always watching them the next morning with my coffee, which is tomorrow. I absolutely love, I have all of her new books, her planner, everything. And we still mentor and coach together, not coach, but we really are peers. And we're always getting a beat of the market to bring you the best content out there. So I just want to tell you about this fabulous woman I call friend, brilliant trainer, and mentor. She is a professional speaker. She is a consultant and has been doing that on her own for 25 years. She has been in the market, being in your shoes from kits to leadership to, again, running your own company. She helps thousands of people make better business decisions and run their business to make the best money with their minutes through creative systems. My joy in this business of direct sales. She really, truly will promise you good business practices, but she also has walked in your shoes and works from her heart. That is why I believe she's the best trainer out there. So again, we are here to impact you with her message about purpose and passion and really reigniting ourselves post the last couple of years. She's a best-selling author of this book, Direct Selling for Dummies, with a great workbook. I'm going to recommend it. And tonight, now I know the 2022 planner, but she's going to introduce something even more. And her leader guide, it fell on the floor. So she is going to turn us on to everything. And she has great podcasts. She also hosts Work from Your Happy Place. I am done talking because you get all these minutes with our very famous, from Michigan, Belinda Ellsworth. Woohoo!
Thank you,
Take it away.
Jackie. It is always so fun to be with a group of people, with somebody that is, like she said, that I call my friend, and that we constantly brainstorm together and really try to keep a pulse on what is going on with the industry. And so I'm really honored to be able to be here with you tonight. And many of you I've known for 20 plus years as well. And that makes it always really special too. So we're going to dive right in, and we are going to talk about passion with purpose. So this is my life mission. Honestly, my whole life's work has been comprised of being in this industry. I've been involved in it since I was a teenager, actually. And so my whole entire adult life has been working in this industry and serving others. And I've made it my life mission in the past, 30 years to really bring all of you the absolute best shortcuts, best tools, best systems that you can use in order to be as successful as you personally want to be. And part of that is your ongoing continuing education and just keeping up with what is current and what is going on. Because let's face it, it is ever changing. So, one of those tools that I did develop, and this is our 6th year for that, is our planner. And, I really did that out of a need, as there really wasn't one in the industry that served the specific needs of direct sellers. I'll tell you more about the planner later on in the presentation. But for the last 3 years, we've really created a theme around that planner. And 3 years ago, it was the first year of the pandemic, and the whole theme of that was focus and intention. It was like, because my gosh, we had like fiery darts being thrown at us on a regular basis, and we had to focus. We had to stay focused. We had to be intentional. We had to learn new things. It was not easy. It was trying. It was unsure. We were all unsure. It was unknown. We didn't know what to expect. And so we just had to really stay focused on what we were doing.
The other side.
So then the next year, I really interviewed a lot of people and said, okay, where are we this year? So in 2022. And what I found was people were waiting for things to get back to normal. So they were kind of in this holding stage going, well, I'm just kind of waiting for things to get back. And it was like, guys, I don't think things are ever getting back to the way that they were. They're moving forward in a new direction. And it's time for you to start dreaming, start planning, start thinking about the possibilities, and really move your business forward with the new ideas that you've learned. Taking back some of the old ones because they're foundational, but really moving forward those foundations with the new things and techniques that we're learning today, especially online, especially in regards to social media. And then this year, I started interviewing people. I said, okay, what do people need this year? Where are people's minds? Where are they? And it became very clear that people were just kind of exhausted. People were in a place of, oh, I don't know, here's a flash sale, I'll work today, I'll work all day and maybe get some sales, and then I'm not going to do anything for 4 or 5, 6 days. That was exhausting. I just did everything that I could. And so I started kind of like digging into that. Why is that? And basically, at the end of the day, people have just lost their passion. And they really haven't lost it completely. It's just buried down in here. And we really need to bring that back out to the surface. So I decided to really talk this year about passion with purpose. So you need to rediscover your passion, and we need to live it with purpose. So one of the first things that I always do anytime I'm doing a new training is I go to the dictionary. Sometimes I can get one little tiny definition, and I'm off and running to the races with an entire whole new training off of one line, one explanation. And that was the case with this training as well. So I looked up passion in the dictionary. Here's what we get, and I love this so much. A strong and barely controllable emotion. Think about that for a minute. And I want you to all think about when you have felt like that. For many of you, you can go all the way back to when you were brand new in the business and you were just like, oh my gosh, I am so excited. And you're opening up that kit and you're opening up your new products and you can't wait to tell people and you can't wait to share how awesome your products are with other people. For many of you that are seasoned in this business, it's when Jafra comes out with a brand new collection or an incredible scientific breakthrough new product that you're so excited about, and it's just selling out and it's like crazy, and you know it's going to help your customers, and you are on fire with uncontrollable excitement. Think about that feeling, because guess what, guys? Here's the truth of it. Let's look at what has changed and let's look at what has not changed. Here's what hasn't changed, and I think that this is pretty exciting. Your customer hasn't changed. That's the most exciting thing. And the new people out there that are looking for the best skincare. I just had somebody recently say to me, well, what do you think is some of the best skincare out there? And I said, well, if you listen to the experts, Royal Jelly is still one of the absolute best products you can put on your skin. And the only company that I know that is promoting this product as exclusively more than anyone else is Jafra. And they were like, I've never even heard of Jafra. And so some of you I know find that very hard to believe because you've been around for so long. But this is what you need to understand. There are people out there that want a good product, that are looking for a good product, that want the best products for their skin, and they don't even know you exist. And that is why you have got to rediscover your passion. There are still people out there that want skincare. There's still people out there that want makeup and glamour products. There are still people out there looking for the newest and greatest technologies. There are still people that want the tried, true, and tested, like royal jelly. And so, are there new people? Are there people growing up every day? Are there people aging every day? Are there people, in different categories of all the different products that you have? Because you have a wide range no matter where people are in the season of their life. And you have people every day graduating into those new seasons of their life. So, has your customer gone away or has your customer changed? No. Second thing, has this opportunity changed? Are there people out there that are still, having babies every single day? If you go on Facebook, you'll see a new baby every day. In fact, you'll see multiple new babies every single day. That is a new mom that is having a baby that is saying, you know what? I'd really like to be able to stay home. I do not want to go back to work, and I would really like to find something that I can do that will bring me extra income. Does that person still exist? Absolutely. Are there people out there working a full-time job that they still need the extras? They still want to make extra income, and they don't even really like that job. And they're like, you know what? I want to do something fun, something different. And they say, you know what? This looks good. Are there people out there that love your product so much, but maybe they can't afford to pay full price for it? And they're like, I know other people that would really love this product. So this allows me to not only save money, but it allows me to make money. Are there people out there that are in that exact situation right now? Absolutely. And so has the opportunity changed for people? No. So the opportunity hasn't changed and your customer hasn't changed. So then what has changed? You. That is the only person who's changed. Is you, your excitement, your passion, your enthusiasm. And how can you rediscover that again? Well, one of the best ways to rediscover that is to revisit why you do this. For many of you, it's been a long time since you joined, but think back to when you first joined. But think about right now is, what do I want to get out of my business? What does the business really mean to me? What would I still like to really be able to achieve with this? No matter what stage of life that you're in, what are some of the things that you would still like to do, that you would still like to make happen? Get connected to that. Somebody said to me, why do they think that their team isn't working? And they said, because their why isn't greater than the struggle. And I love that so much. You know what? We're all going to have struggles. We're still in it. We're all going to have cancellations. We're all going to have customers who are crazy. I mean, nutty, like that just don't like your product for whatever reason. And those still exist. But like, what makes it worthwhile? It's when you're connected to your why. It's when you're connected to your vision. So I really want to encourage you to get reconnected to that. Maybe, say, gosh, what would I still really like to achieve? What do I still really want to make happen? What would I still like to buy for our home? Maybe you'd like to remodel a room. Maybe you would like to, get a new place. Maybe you'd like that second home. Maybe you want to get a boat. Who knows what it is? But get reconnected to it. Maybe you want to take your family on an awesome vacation. Maybe it's philanthropy. Maybe you want to support a mission, or you want to support a facility, that is helping women, or whatever that looks like. But get connected, and not just up here on a surface level, but get connected in your heart. The second thing, and I love this, it says a strong like or desire. And of course, immediately that brought me back to the 5 Ds, which I have taught forever. And I haven't really touched on those in a really long time. And so I'm just going to do them really fast tonight because we've got lots to cover. But if you wait, everybody sits there and thinks, oh, I just got to wait. I want this desire. It's going to overwhelm me. Tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll feel like it. But guys, that is never going to happen. The first D in the whole process is to make a clear-cut decision. Make a clear-cut decision. Now, when you do that, it's the most amazing thing that happens. When you say, okay, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of just sitting around every day, just kind of going along with the same old, same old. This is what I'm going to make happen. This is what I'm going to do. This is the direction I am going in. If you want to get on board, but the train's moving on out. When you start taking that attitude, guess what happens? The excitement starts to build in you. That desire starts to bubble up to overflowing, and you share that with others. And anytime that happens, you can't help yourself but do what? Start to take action. You can't help yourself except to start taking action. And here's the one thing I will tell you if you're in a funk, and a lot of us kind of have been, right? I, for myself, have certainly been. That's one of the reasons that Jackie and I started meeting every week, is like we needed to what? Build one another up. We needed to create that re-energy and that excitement, and we recognize that even in ourselves. So it's like, okay, let's do this thing. And so one of us gives an idea and the other one runs off with it like crazy. But I will tell you this, the minute you start doing, like I made myself, I'm going to make 5 calls today. She and I would say, okay, you do this and we'll talk next week. And have you done that? We became accountability buddies. And you want to know what happened? The more you do, the more you do. And and I know it sounds silly, but it's so true. If you want to start doing more, start doing more. Because then you'll get excited because you get results and then you want to do more. The more that you go for days in a row without doing anything, the less desire you have to do anything. And so I want you to think about that. What can I do today? Now, so the D's are, you make a decision. The desire builds is number 2. Third D is take daily actions. And honestly, at this point in the game, you should be taking daily action with your business in one way, shape, or form. Even if it's 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I reached out to 5 people today. I reached out to 3 people today. What's that look like? But you need to take daily actions with your business. The next one is when you do that, you'll reach your destination, which is number 4. And the last one is it all requires determination, which is number 5. And determination simply is staying focused on the end goal. Now, if you don't have an end goal, how are you going to stay focused on it? If you haven't made clear-cut decisions about where you want to go or where you want to take your business, then how can you stay focused on that? You can't. It just becomes random acts. Random acts get random results. So determination is staying focused on the end game and not giving up. That's what determination is. All right, so I want to really quickly talk about these 4 things that successful people have in common, and then we're going to look at purpose. What does purpose mean? So 4 things that successful people have in common. The first thing is vision. They're dreamers. They sit and daydream. They think about what's the possibilities of where I could go? Where can I take this? What could actually happen if I applied myself? What if I sold this every single month? Then how much would I make? What could I do? What would I be able to do with that? It's reconnecting to that why and why you do what you do. What's it mean for you? What's it look like for you? What's it look like for your family? What's it look like for in retirement for some of you? What's the lifestyle that you really want to choose? I'm going to be really honest with you right now, and I'm going to be very vulnerable, and I'm going to share with you this. And that is, I had a perfectly great business that was going along for 25 years. I spoke about 8 times a month, and it was perfectly great. I had some other products, and life was great. I loved what I did, and I made really, really good money. I was able to have the lifestyle that I wanted. Everything was great. Then something like a pandemic happened. And in 10 days, I lost every booking that I had. And I'll be really honest with you, as far as the speaking comes back in person and in big events, that really hasn't came back fully yet. It's just starting to, but it really hasn't in the last 2 years. I had a staff. I had to take care of everybody. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And so I immediately put all of my energy into the planner and the accessory items. We created the leader guide. We created a lot of really cool things that went along with that. But after 2 years, it was kind of like I was getting tired. And you know what I did in my mind? I settled. I started to say things like, I just can't have the lifestyle that I used to have. I said things like, well, it was a good run. 25 years was a good run. I mean, I made really good money, and look, I have a nice house and I have this. And, but now I got to put my daughter through college. And she's in an awesome college, but it is an expensive college. and, uh, and so it's like, okay, now I'm trying to figure out that. And I'm actually sitting there thinking, well, maybe we'll have to get a loan like everybody else gets a school loan. And then I woke up one day kind of mad at myself. This has all happened pretty recently. And I said, that is ridiculous. What is wrong with you? Like, if you could just invent yourself 25 years ago and do this and change all along the way, are you going to settle for this? Like, that's a horrible scarcity mindset. Do you really want to settle for this is how my life is right now? Or do you want to create a new life for yourself? Do you want to create new goals for yourself? Do you want to create a new vision for yourself? Do you want to get excited about something? And I made clear cut decisions about where I was going for the next 5 years with my business. And I have to tell you, I was so excited that I'm having a hard time sleeping at night. It's like that excitement, that barely controllable emotion that you suddenly, and now the more I'm talking to people, guess what's happening? The more people, more things are coming to me. More opportunities are coming my way. More people are saying, oh, you know what? We'd like you to speak here, or we would like you to do this. Because why? I'm alive again, and people see it. People don't want to do business with people that just are bored or boring or that just don't seem to care. And I'm going to share this story. But no, I'm not yet. I'm going to share it in a minute because it's kind of funny and you're going to laugh, and she might laugh too. She might kill me, but that's okay. So now so that's vision is number one. Okay. Now, it's also 3 parts of a goal, because number 2 that successful people have in common is they set goals. But this is where many of you make mistakes, is you don't set good goals, or you don't set goals and do them in the right way. So to set an effective goal, it's 3 parts, 3 prongs to it. Number 1 is you got to have your why. Why do you want it? Then number 2 is, and I will tell most of you, if you want me to be super honest, 90% of that is probably going to be centered around income. What's the income that you really want to make? You know, for me, it was back to, well, what's the income that I want to make in order to pay for my daughter's school, keep my staff, keep my house, keep running? What's the income I need to make? Okay, you just need to figure out how to go out there and get it. Not, oh, I got to settle now for whatever. So that's the first reconnection, is what is the income you'd really like to make? And what would you do with it? What would that represent for you? Then you figure out your sales from there. You can't just set a sales goal randomly without really, you won't ever do it. It'll fall short. You'll lose sight of it. You'll get disconnected from it. So I say, okay, I really would like this much money, so I need to sell $4,000 a month. So that's my goal, $4,000 a month. Now that's the benchmark. And goals are just benchmarks, my friends. It's just a stepping stone on the journey of your success. And we keep setting those goals as we go along. And what happens is some of you go, oh gosh, like a goal is like this big, huge be all end all thing. Now, if you don't have that vision and you say, I want to sell $4,000 and you don't sell it, you sell $3,200, well, you'll go, well, yeah, you know what? That's as best as I can do. But if you have a clear vision of what that money is going toward, then when you sell $3,200, you say to yourself, okay, well, I've got this money now going toward that. I just need to stay the course. You keep the determination. You keep going. You say, what do I need to do next month? It's just like when you use a GPS. You get in the car and you drive. You got a destination in mind, right? That's the goal. And along that destination, I have to make several different turns and take different roads in order to get there. And occasionally, guess what? Even though you've got a clear path, you make a wrong turn. I just went to the doctor's office 2 days ago, and guess what? I got lost twice getting there. So what does my GPS say? It says, take a U-turn, redirect, recalculate. it doesn't say you might as well go home. Like you're never going to get there, go home. Just forget it, hang it up. And yet, if we don't have a clear cut destination when we miss one of our benchmarks, we just say, forget it. You know what? This isn't really going to work. So the 3 parts to a goal are vision, and then you set your benchmarks, and then you got to have a plan. So I say to you, if you really want to do $4,000 in a month, don't just look at it as a month. You got to break that down and say, okay, what do I need to do a week? Well, I need to do $1,000 a week. What's the quickest way to $1,000 for you? Well, I would say one of the quickest ways to $1,000 is events. Whether that is an in-person event, an online event, a pop-up event, or a vendor event. It is an event because you're going to see more people than one. You create energy and excitement. You get social proof from people going, oh, I love this, or this smells so good, or oh my gosh, or I've never heard of this. You get that whole social proof going on, and there's energy. There's energy with this. It's one of the quickest ways to $1,000. Most of you can still go out, even with a small handful of people, and probably sell $400, $500, $600 just like that, if you took the time to do it. Absolutely. Now, are there other paths to $1,000? Absolutely. Some of you sitting on here right now will say, I don't want to do that. So I've got my customer community group, and I like to do just online marketing. That's what I want to do. I joined at a time when that's what it's all about. Well, then I would say to you, then you're going to need to break your goal down to daily. And if you want to sell $1,000 a week, you need to do $200 a day for 5 days out of that week. You get to take a 2-day break. So pick your days. Is it the weekend? Is it Monday? I don't care. But you want to know what? You need to sell $200 a day for 5 days. That's $1,000. So you need to think about, what's that look like? Does it look like a skincare system? Does it look like, oh, here's this particular product that I'm going to do a product focus on? And you want to know what? I need to sell 10 of these today. If I sell 10 of these, then I'm going to have $200. Or I'm going to sell 2 of these bundles and I'm going to sell $200. What's that look like for you? You got to get clear about it. And then, of course, there's all kinds of things that you can do around it. We'll come back to that when we talk about sales. So that is the plan of action. So you have to have a clear plan. What is the way to $1,000 a week? How am I going to break it down? And why do you want to break it down? Because if you just look at, this is where we're going to get into schedules and sales and all kinds of stuff in a few minutes. But if you sit and say, oh, well, I've got the end of the month is going to be good. I've got 3 events at the end of the month. That'll carry me for the whole month. I'll get my 4,000 in. No, you never know what's going to happen. You know, the last week of September, I had 7 of these lined up in 1 week. I had jammed up that last week of September. And guess what? I landed in the hospital. Totally unexpected. I was in the hospital for 3 days. And guess what? I had to cancel every single one of these events. So did my sales end up like I wanted them to at the end of the month? No, but fortunately I had them booked. I already had the first part of the week booked. And so those people automatically rescheduled into those first 2 weeks of October. We didn't lose any of them. And then I'd already booked the first 2 weeks of October. So now I'm like, whoo, like tonight I have 3 of these. It's like I'm jammed this week, but that's okay. I can work hard to make up for that week. But if you sit and just say, oh, and you don't line anything up, you're going to find yourself empty-handed if you don't have anything else coming down the pike. That really comes into scheduling. All right. Third thing successful people have in common is they're enthusiastic. If you haven't picked up on it tonight, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited about this business. I'm still excited about what it does for the average person to be able to get in a business like this and start it tomorrow. You know, when we talk about sponsoring, you know what people are saying? They're like, 46%, they're still, like at one point you probably heard it. It was like 4.7 million women were displaced after COVID. Well, they're saying now it's still close to 2.8 million women never went back to work at all. And 46% of those are going, I want to do something for myself. And a big percentage of those people are saying, you know what? Direct sales looks good. Why? The ease of getting started. The ease of getting started. It is a low entry proposition, and all the business is done for them. It's like a business in a box. You don't have to go get your own website. The company provides you one. You don't have to research. Do you know how much Jafra pays just in research and development? Like more than most companies I know. Let's put it that way. You've got a whole department of research and development that you would never be able to do. The catalog just by itself in the whole collection of products that you offer, the warehousing, the shipping, like all of that stuff is available to you so that you don't have to do it. You just get to share these great products with people. That's the ease of doing business. Second thing is, and this is really to your advantage, people want a good branded company. They're not looking for some new shiny object that might go out of business a year later. They are not. They are looking for trusted, tried, and true businesses that have been in business for a period of time that have a brand. You have that. Hands down, the only person that I know right now that has it just as equally as good as you, Mary Kay obviously has that trusted brand over those years, and Tupperware and Pampered Chef probably comes in next. I mean, there's so many other people out there that people go, I've never heard of them. It's like, these are trusted brands in the industry. And so you have to understand. So if people are looking for skincare, you're one of those companies they're going to be looking at. Now, the third thing is they want a community. They want a community of like-minded people. And you have that to offer, hands down. So don't ever lose sight of what you truly have to be excited about and to offer other people. Now, the reason you want to be enthusiastic is it's contagious. And the other reason that you want to be enthusiastic is because people will mirror what you put out. People lead with you. If you call somebody up and say, hey, Suzanne, I just wanted to let you know that we've got a couple of new products that just landed. Our new fall colors just came out. And if you want to take a look at them, here's a link to my website. And she says, okay, I'll look at it. Okay. So, or you can call up and say, oh my gosh, Suzanne, you are going to flip over our new fall colors. Oh, there's this one. I can just see you in it. She goes, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. So there's this excitement. So now I'm going to tell you a true story, and this happened about 3 weeks ago. It was on one of my regular calls with Jackie. It was probably almost 4 weeks ago. And I called her up, and we were just chatting, and I said, hey, I'm getting ready to do, my trainings and to present the planner, and I would love to go ahead and get one scheduled with you and your team. But I just kind of did it like blah, 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 blah. And she said back to me, oh, well, we've just got so much going on right now. We got a lot of training happening. And so I don't know, maybe I could do it in November. And I was like, ah. So I just hung up and said, okay, whatever. So then I talked to her. This is a true story. So then I talked to her like a week and a half later, right? Well, in this week and a half, this is where I have gotten fed up with myself. And I've made these clear-cut decisions. So we get on the phone and she's like, hey, how's it going? I said, oh my gosh, I am so excited. I have been talking to people. I have been doing this. I am on fire. I have got clear answers of what is going on in this industry right now. And Jackie goes, okay, you know what? Maybe we need to schedule that the first week of October. She immediately changed her tune on me because you want to know what? She doesn't want to miss the boat. She doesn't want to miss the boat. She doesn't want you missing the boat. That is just the truth of it. But that is how people respond to us when we are on fire for what we believe in. And when we're just like, hey, you want to do a training? Yeah, we got a lot happening right now. Think about it. That's how people respond to you too. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. And the last one is positive attitude. Guys, you got to have a positive attitude. And I'll tell you one of the quickest ways right now to keep a really, I'm going to give you three things on keeping a positive attitude. This isn't anything new. In fact, it's old as the hills. But it is making its way back to being the newest, hottest thing going on in the industry, and it cracks me right up. But you want to know what? People are seeing big results, and that is get an accountability buddy. And I can't even reiterate it. Everywhere I'm going, people are going, oh, well, we're creating accountability partners. And so it's like, yeah, that's been going on since like 1950, whatever. But you know what? The reason people are so excited about it is because it works. And the reason that people are so excited about it right now is because we have been through a lot in the last 2.5 years. And you know what? Sometimes you just need somebody else to say, there's days where I felt down, but when I get on the phone with Jackie, and I know she feels the exact same way, we don't want to show up for each other like that. So we bring our best to the table. We bring our ideas to the table. And those ideas create new ideas. It creates enthusiasm. You hang up and you feel better than when you got on the phone. I know a group right now in our membership group, and they just started becoming accountability buddies, and both of their business are exploding right now. And so I said, well, how are you doing it? Because sometimes we do like coaching calls, or we like show up once a week and say, how are you doing on your goals? And he goes, no, it's more like conversational. We meet for about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes a day. How are you doing? Did you reach out to 5 people today? How did those calls go? Here's what happened with me. Oh my God, that's a great idea. You know what? I should call my friend Janine, because she was excited about that. Or they remind you, did you call that one lady that was really excited that you saw in Target? And she's like, gosh, I never did. So then that person goes, all right, I'm gonna do it. When we talk tomorrow, I will have done it. That is what creates that. Okay, so you're there, you're supporting, you're uplifting, you're brainstorming, you're giving ideas. So get an accountability buddy. Number 2, make sure your surroundings are positive. And what I mean by that is the other word is called clean, unorganized. Because if you are working in a chaotic space, a cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. You cannot think clearly. You don't feel as good. You kind of feel like, oh, this place is a mess. I had a branding session here yesterday where they did photos and everything, and I cleaned up my whole office, like spick and span, dusted it, everything. And when I sat down here today, I'm just kind of like, woo, like I'm ready to go. It makes you just feel really good. And the third thing is a big thing. And that is, if you haven't started incorporating a gratitude journal into your daily activities, I cannot recommend a stronger habit that will help you keep a strong, positive attitude. The studies on gratitude journals today are, first of all, when you are grateful, you cannot be grateful and be disillusioned in the exact same moment. So it stands to reason, the more grateful that you are, the less disillusioned you're going to be. When you are grateful, it actually brings forth an attitude of abundancy versus an attitude of scarcity, or a mindset of scarcity. So make sure that you are keeping track of the things that you're grateful for. Then, so that is our 4 things. Now let's talk about purpose. Purpose is to be intentional. And what does it mean to be intentional? It means when your actions align with your words. You can say you want a successful business. You can say that you want to promote. You can say you would like to get back to, director. You can say a lot of things, but the question you must ask yourself every day is, what did I do today to get there? What did my actions do to align with what I keep saying I want to do? I can say I want to lose 20 pounds every single day, but what did I do today to make that happen? 2 weeks ago, when I kind of had a little bit of a health crisis, I was like, okay, that's it. And so what did I do? I started meal prepping again. I started cutting up healthy snacks. I have them in tubs so I can just pull them out of my fridge. I can snack on that when I want instead of going and grabbing, chips or something else. It's like if you really want to make it happen, you have to take the action steps that will support you. Part of that is getting prepared and being ready for business. Part of that is taking daily action steps and giving your business attention every day. Part of that is scheduling things into your planner that you want to make happen. Part of that is creating systems that are going to support you in being successful. But you have to take action. That's what purpose is being intentional, and it's where your actions align with your words. All right. Now, 2 things. I've talked a little bit more than I needed to tonight because I have to stay on time. Jackie's got a meeting to get to, and I've got another meeting I got to get to. So, shame on me. But I'm gonna speed up and talk even faster than I already have been. All right. So there's 2 key things that are going to make you successful in your business, and there's 2 ways to get there. The 2 things, it's really super simple, guys. Sales and sponsoring. That's it. Sales and sponsoring. So you have to figure out, how am I going to get my sales? And this is what's difficult for you today. There used to be kind of only one clear path or maybe 2 clear paths. Now you got a multiple amount of paths. But guys, you got to pick your lane. And here's the cool thing. Don't get hung up on, well, I don't do my business that way. I am not doing social media. I am not doing live parties. I am not going to do that. Do you want to know? You would go to a restaurant, you look at a menu, and you go, oh, I'm going to order this today. You don't order the whole menu. You would be really overweight if you ordered the whole menu, right? You order an entree, you order a salad, and then you might say, this was so good, I'm bringing my friends back and we're going to go back there next week. Do you order the exact same thing? Sometimes, but sometimes not. You go, I'm going to try something new tonight. And you might love it so much you can't even believe it. So don't be closed-minded to your business and don't think it's an all or nothing. There's multiple ways to get where you want to go. Be willing to try new things. Be willing to do hard things. Be willing to do different things. And be willing to say, what is my path? What's the way that I want to get there? All right. Now, 2 things, sales and sponsoring. And sponsoring, I've already told you a little bit about sponsoring, guys, but I'm going to tell you the number 1 way to get sponsoring. It's 3 words. Open your mouth. It's real simple. I had a lady last week say to me, you know what, Belinda, I really realized after you said that I have not been telling people about the opportunity. And so I went to my shows and all I did was talk about it, and I got 3 recruits this month. 3 recruits this month simply because I opened my mouth. That's it. I didn't nothing different. I just talked about it. And so the one thing I do want to make mention is you want to create the desire, right? But the one thing about sponsoring, I've already given you some tips. The 3 things that people are looking for right now. There's 5 things that people benefit from: extra income, flexible schedule, friendships, recognition, and personal growth. Those are benefits. Those all still exist. So what is the one tip I'm going to give you? That is, you have to create a safe space for people to be curious. You have to create a safe space for people to be curious. What do I mean by that? So right now, probably one of the hottest things to get people's attention. And I know for many of you, you're like, I'm not doing it. But trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. And because I didn't want to do it, I thought it was stupid. And that's what I said. I'm not doing this. It's stupid. I don't see the point in it. Not doing it. But my social media trainer kept pushing me and bugging me. And she said, no, you are going to do it. And so I was like, oh. And that was Reels. Not doing Reels. I just think they're the stupidest thing in the whole wide world. But guess what? They're not, because it turns out that a 30 to 40 second video that sometimes is about nothing other than you going, woo, have you tried this? I'm like, what? Or like, well, are you looking for this, or this? Now, those are the ones I think are silly. But you know what? You can show up and say, hi, are you looking for a way for whatever? We have one of the best products for anti aging skin. Have you checked out da 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 da? Like, you can just go on there for 30 seconds. Do you have problems with this? Well, did you know that our such and such product does this, this, and this? If you want to learn more, follow me at. Like, that's how long it can be. But I will tell you, in all of your reels, you need a call to action at the end. That's the biggest mistake that people make. They don't say, if you want to know more about this, then follow me at. For more great tips and information, follow me at your group. If it's a product piece that you're saying, if you're interested in this product or want to see all the other great products we have, here's the link to my website. Like, have something at the end. Keep it short, sweet, and succinct. Yes, you got 5,000 views in 4 hours today. That's exactly how it goes. The first one she told me to do and I didn't want to do, I got 3,800 views within a couple of hours. And I was like, what? And so then, and we did a boot camp recently. There was a Pampered Chef lady on there that said, I just took a garlic, peeled the garlic, and pressed the garlic. It took me 30 seconds and it got 12,000 views and a peeled pressed garlic. So then she was like, I said, all right, I can do this. Like, sometimes you don't even have to be in the picture. So I just need you to know that product reels are going to help you get sales and sponsoring reels are going to help you get sponsors. So what are sponsoring reels? So there are 2 of them. So one of them is like, hi, I'm Belinda. I represent a wonderful brand of skincare called Jaffa Cosmetics. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but we've got really, it is a great product line. We have something for everyone, la, 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 la. If you are interested in this product or you would like to represent this product too, please message me. I would love to give you more information. And so another reel could be, if you're looking for a fun, flexible way to make some extra income while saving on your own best skincare in the marketplace today, please reach out to me. I'd love to give you some more information. We're a trusted band of 67 years or how many ever years it is. And I would love to tell you more. So the big thing that I said about creating that safe zone is if you would like to know more, if you would like to find out what we're about, not if you're ready to join, if you want to sign up. Those are hard word choices. People shy away from those. Now, the 2 ways to get to sales and sponsoring are 2 things. Like, we're making this easy for you tonight. Systems and schedules. And so systems are just things that you do. So like a power hour is a system. What do you do for time management? Do you make 5 calls a day? Do you do 3 follow-ups? Is that a system? Do you have a content calendar that you fill out at the beginning of every month for all of your social media posts? Have you figured out when you're going live, when you're going to post a reel? Where are you going to post the reels? That's a content calendar. You just pull off a blank calendar, you fill it in. So that's another system. Having your templates for your online events. So 1-day party, 3-day party, 5-day party. Do you have templates? Do you have videos in the can, product videos that you can share instantly? Like, what do you have ready to go with that? Excuse me. So that's what you have to figure out. What systems do you have in place that are going to help you do your business with ease? Lead lists. I mean, the list goes on, and Jackie teaches you those all the time. But like, how many of those do you really have at your fingertips ready to go? And the second thing is schedule. Guys, you should post this on your wall, make yourself a little sticky note of it somewhere, but what gets scheduled gets done. And one of the things that people say is, I love about my direct sales business is I can work it around the nooks and crannies of my life. Well, that's all fine and dandy. But if you wait for the nooks and crannies to appear, you'll never work your business. If you want to work it around your family, then put son's soccer game. Like put those things in first. Son's soccer game, lunch with my mother, doing this with a friend, whatever. Put all your family stuff in there and your friend stuff in there. And then say, okay, what days am I going to work my business? If this is more of a part-time thing for you and you want to work it around your life, schedule your life in. Quit waiting to live life and find little holes to work your business because you won't find them. So a schedule is, here's what I do this. The more habitual you can become, the better your business will be. I've been doing it for 40 years. And I do this on Mondays. I do this on Tuesdays. This is what I do on Wednesdays. This is what I do on Thursday. The more that I can figure that out, I wake up, two things happen. One, it just starts to happen naturally. The other thing is I wake up and I already know what my day looks like. There's an expectation to it. When I'm going to schedule someone, I don't have to say, let me look at my calendar and see. I can say, I can book that on a Wednesday for you. Does that work? Bam, schedule. I do my one-on-ones on Wednesdays or whatever that is. Like for me right now, Tuesday's my podcast day. I don't schedule anything in the afternoons with anybody. If somebody says, can you fit that in? I've said, I'm sorry, I can't, because that's my podcast day. And everybody goes, what if somebody wants to do a podcast on a different day? After 500 episodes, only about 6 people have ever said I need a different day. You guys need to learn to run your business the way you want to run your business. And do I make accommodations for those people? Well, sure I do. Some of them, it's a situation, or they live in another country and the days are different. And so, yeah, I do. But for the most part, after 500, almost everybody says, okay, Tuesday, I'll do it on Tuesday. All right. I want to talk to you about my planner right now, because this really gets down into some systems and definitely schedules. This planner is more than just a calendar. It is a business system, and it works for a very specific reason. The first one, these are kind of like your big rocks of your business. This is like, okay, what do I really want in my life? For my family, my health, my career, my personal development, and my community. When you start to really discover that, it will help you really start to ignite with your why. This is your vision board. So now I'm really gonna lay out my why. And one of the things, you can see that little QR code up there, this is what we did this year. We actually added several vision boards from past people that have won in contests that we've done, so it can help inspire inspiration with you this year. Then you've got your goal, the actual benchmarks. Here's my annual goals, and here's my plan of action. But again, these are the big rocks. This is for the whole year. We also, for those of you that struggle a little bit with social media, we have an example of what a content calendar could look like and best tips for your monthly goals on social media. Then we go to that. If you've ever seen that Stephen Covey example, it's kind of like, then you go to the gravel, right? You got your big rocks, and now we're going to layer in that gravel. That's your monthly goals. So now we go back with you and we say, here's what you should focus on per the month. Here's your goals for the month. Here's your product focus. Here's the people I need to talk to. Here's my lives I want to do. And guess what this is? These are your stats. Because what gets tracked sees growth. If you're not tracking your social media followers, if you're not tracking your sales, if you're not tracking the leads that you have, you probably aren't closing them. So what gets tracked sees growth. This then becomes like the sand in that example. This is your month at a glance. When you work a month at a glance calendar, you are proactive instead of reactive. Proactive instead of reactive. Most of you schedule from a reactive proposition. Like, oh, you want that on Tuesday? Yeah, I've got Tuesday open. No, you need to sit down proactively and say, okay, here's my month. Where are the holes that I need to fill in? When do I want to work? Here's what I've got going on with my family. What can I work around that? We've also got the little spaces for your power hours every day, and that's your 4 income producing activities. This year, we actually created a legend so you can actually choose what your 4 income producing activities are. And then this becomes the water. This is the day-to-day activities, those daily actions. This is your schedule. Every day has its own column with its what must do's. It's got your healthy habit trackers. And then in the back, we've got these awesome double-sided pocket for keeping track of things. We got a fun page of what? Stickers. And then it's got a place for all of your leads. It's really a complete business system. And you saw those little triangle icons in there? That means that there's a video associated with that page. And in this planner are over 23 training videos that help guide you and stay with you every step of the way. Now you can buy the planner all by itself, or we did a little power pack this year. You guys have been begging for a small date book because you're like, I don't want to take my big planner to my shows and to my events. So we created a little mini date book. It's a little bigger than the old Hallmark one, but it's that same idea that I can stick in my purse, and it has the mini month at a glance, so you can schedule all your events in there, and then it has a tracking sheet on the back of it for each of your events. So what were your sales? What were your expenses? What was your mileage? The 2+2+2 follow-up trackers in there. So everything is in that for you. So you can buy those two together as a little pack. Or you can be super smart and get the I Want It All bundle, which is our complete pack that we've put together for you. That comes with the planner, the mini date book, the gratitude journal, which we've already chatted about. It also comes with the leader planning guide, which quite frankly, if you're a leader or even wanting to be a leader, this is one of the absolute best tools that you can have for your business. It gives you training. There's 16 trainings in here. It gives you who to connect with, your plan for the month, your plan for the quarter. It gives you your strengths and weaknesses of your team. It gives you challenge ideas, training ideas, incentive ideas, contest ideas. Everything that you need to run a team is in there. You also have this great little accessory bundle, which is markers, which don't bleed through the paper, our brand new magnetic bookmarks, post-it notes of your top 10 things to do, and 3 more additional pages of stickers. If you bought the whole bundle, if you bought it all separate, it's $169, but when you buy the bundle together, it is $124. And guys, I want you to think about that. What would you need to sell in order to pay for your bundle? I mean, that's how you need to look at it. And here's the other thing. When you buy it in October, we are doing a November summit, and we have eight dynamic speakers lined up for you. 6 of them are all best-selling authors, motivational speakers that are going to talk to you about all kinds of different subjects. I will be training, as well as my social media trainer, Chelsea, will be training. She's going to teach you on Reels and some other things that are very pertinent to the industry today. So that is normally a $97 ticket. It is virtual. People are wondering about that. It is recorded if you can't make it to that weekend. It's November 11th. But if you buy the I Want It All bundle, your ticket is free. So you get to go free to that event, and you get free shipping. So the whole thing's value is $279 that you can get for $124. And we do have a program called Sezzle and Shop Pay, which allows you to split it into 3 payments if that makes it easier for you. So that's what we have, Miss Jackie.
My gosh, let me come back to you. Fantastic. I know you are off and running, but I just want to say from all of us, a big thank you. And Belinda, do you have a way to put the link in the chat, or have Madeline send me everything? And
I thought that she did that. She should have done that. The easiest way to put this in this chat right here is go www.stepintosuccess.com/links. That's the easiest way I know to tell you right now. That will take you to our link tree, and in that link tree, it says 2023 Planner. It'll also give you links to our podcast and many of our other great things. But Jackie, right before I run out of here, we got a winner tonight.
I know, I was gonna say, before you go, let's do the winner. We think you're a winner, so we're gonna do a great big thank you to you for being the best. We're so excited. We look forward to future endeavors together. And the winner is you for that. But now let's go to the winner of the Amber region. And it is
Judith Pryor.
Judy
Priority.
Pryor. Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
if she's here. Let's see, because she needs to be present. Is that
She
correct?
does.
Okay, let's double check. I'm just looking. She's here! Yay!
Yay!
All
That's
right.
awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if I can find her really quick. Judy, congratulations. That's absolutely fantastic. So we appreciate you. Belinda,
Thank
you gotta
you.
go. You got another one going on right
Yep.
now. So
Yep.
thank you so much.
Bye.
Best wishes. We'll be in touch soon. See ya. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Bye. I won it.